Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's another deck profile update for you guys. This time it's on Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I decided to go back to my roots with this deck because this was actually one of my earlier decks that got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Simply because, I love Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's got a lot of nostalgic value to me. And plus, the deck does have a lot of power going for it. And with MR5 literally just around the corner, which unfortunately we don't really get to play until May. But, it is what it is because, with the whole pandemic deal going on. But I do see a lot of hidden potential within Blue Eyes, especially the fact that, we're not going to be as restricted anymore with the Link monsters, but I still like to utilize the Link monsters as best as I can to give me some pluses and so on. So I figured I'd adjust my deck closer to what my old ass build used to be and kind of work around it with some of the new cards. So, yeah. So this does contain cards from the new Duel Overload, just letting you guys know. And hopefully you guys will like what I have in mind. So, anyway, starting off with the main deck. Playing 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is pretty standard. Doesn't really do anything, but he's a really good beat stick. And just, again, it's nostalgic value overall. 3 alternatives. Very easy to summon. You just got to reveal the original Blue Eyes to summon this, and it can pop cards. 1 Dragon Spirit of White to get rid of back row. It banishes, so yeah, that's really good. And the fact that he can also tag out to the original Blue Eyes White Dragon is really not bad at all. 3 Sage, just to give you access to all your level 1 tuners, especially Effect Veiler, because Effect Veiler is a searchable hand trap, so you definitely want to utilize Sage as much as you can. So, here, let me go and let that focus. Alright, next, 2 copies of Ancients and 1 Legend. These are just to give you instant access to all your Blue Eyes White Dragons, so you definitely want to make full use of these combos as much as you can. For 1-ofs, I'm running 1 Nebula Dragon, so you reveal level 8 Dragon, and you get to special summon this card from your hand, as well as the dragon you revealed, but of course the dragon you summon has its effects negated, but that's fine. And also, the only thing about this card is that it restricts you from summoning any type of monster except light or dark dragon monsters, so just keep in mind with that. So if you're going to normal summon Sage, do it first, because again, this card only restricts you for the rest of the turn. Next, 1 Galactic Spiral Dragon, So if this card's in your hand or your grave and you control 2 more light or dark dragon monsters, you can summon this card for free. But it has to be in defense mode, and you have to banish it when it leaves the field. But again, if you use this for a rank 8 play, it really doesn't matter. You can actually just always keep this live, so yeah, I wouldn't worry. 1 copy of Chaos Dragon Levianeer. It's searchable through Melody, and plus the fact that it can basically do whatever you need it to, whether to rip cards out of your opponent's hand, or if you need to just pop cards on your opponent's side of the field, or even special summon a monster. It's really nice. And I really like the alternate art, honestly. I think definitely love playing this so far. So yeah, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, definitely something to look into. And again, very easy to get now thanks to Duel Overload, so I definitely recommend picking up a copy. 1 Glow Bulb. Now this card might get banned because of Halki Fibrax, or rather, as we all know him as Needle Fiber, but might as well just enjoy it while I still can, right? So yeah, 1 Glow Bulb. For hand traps, I'm running only a few. 2 copies of Ash, just a generic hand trap to run. 2 DD Crow against the Salad, the Orcus, and the Spiral matchup, so you definitely want to make full use of this. And 1 copy of Effect Veiler, so yeah, definitely something to look into. Alright, so now moving on to spells. I'm running 3 copies of Melody of the Awakening Dragon, so obviously you want to use this to search out your Blue Eyes and your alternatives, or Chaos Dragon Levianeer if you need it. Triple Trade in for draw power. 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, for revival, and so on. For the 1-ofs, I'm only running 1 copy of Dragon Shrine. I was running it at 2 for a while, and now I decided to bump it back down to 1, since 1, it's a hard once per turn. And plus, it's very easy to get access to all your dragons anyway, so you really only need the 1. Plus, it's a good Ash bait. Same thing with Foolish Burial, it's a good Ash bait. Playing 1 for 1 to get access to my tuners. I've decided to bring this card back, Cards of Consonance, since, I am still running the stones, and if I happen to search one out with this card in hand, it's a good way just to get some more draw power. 1 Pot of Avarice, so it kind of keeps some of my other cards alive, like Cards of Consonance, for example. So if I need to recycle my tuners, that's a good way to do it. It also recycles back my Blue Eyes White Dragons if I need them to, so yeah, Pot of Avarice is definitely a good addition. I definitely love what this card can do. 1 Monster Reborn, and for traps, I'm only running 3. 2 Ultimate Creature of Destruction, plus 1 copy of Skill Drain. And that's generally it. Keep in mind, you do not need cards like Bingo Machine Go. You really don't need it whatsoever, so I wouldn't worry. And plus, again, with all the draw power that this deck does actually have, it's very easy to get access to all your trap cards. So, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't really worry about it. Alright, so now for the extra deck, I'm running one copy of Hieratic Seal. You know, it's pretty standard since, you know, you just need 2 dragons to summon it. And plus, it gives you access to some of your other dragons, too. I'm still running Link Rebo. Again, you know, it does have some nice synergy with all your level 1 monsters. And plus, you know, you do run quite a few, so Link Rebo is just a good generic option. But, of course, now I'm running the new Relinquish Anima. So, Relinquish Anima, basically what it is, you know. You can target one face-up monster this card points to, equip that target to this monster, and it gains attack equal to that monster. So, it's a good way for spot removal, and potentially give this card a very powerful body, so, yeah. One copy of Christian Halki Fibrax gives you access to all your tuners, so mainly Glow Bulb or your stones, and the fact that even though their effects will be negated for the rest of the turn, that's only while they're on the field. So I believe Simo actually explained this in full detail, so check out his video about what this card really does. But yeah, you generally just, you can still use the graveyard effect, so if you send a White Stone of Ancients to the grave by summoning it out with Halki Fibrax's effect, you get to essentially just go into a free dragon. And of course, Halki Fibrax I mainly just use it to help me link climb too, so that's also one of the cool things about it. I'm running one copy of BLS. There are other cheaper options. You don't even have to run this, but I'm just running it because it's a good option. So yeah, BLS, by now everyone should already know what this does. For my Synchro monsters, I'm running 2 copies of Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon. You know, the fact that it also stops... this is actually really good against Pendulum matchups. Prevents your opponent from summoning 2 monsters at the same time, so that's really good. One Azurai's Silver Dragon, you know, to protect your dragons. And also revives your normal monster, so that's still neat. One Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's a target for Blue-Eyed Spirit Dragon. You can take out to either Azurai's or Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, since they're both Light Dragon Synchro monsters. But the good thing about Moonlight Dragon is that he can also bounce back a monster too, so that's really nice. And if you have Glow Bulb and you haven't used its effect yet, you can actually use it to Synchro Climb into Crystal Wing's Synchro Dragon. So Crystal Wing is still very much makeable in this deck. I definitely recommend trying it out. So yeah. Now for my Xyz monsters, I'm actually running a pretty good number of them. First, Galaxy Eye's Full Armor Photon Dragon, you know, for spot removal, and he's got a really powerful body, so I figured why not. Hope Harbinger, you know, negates spells. Number 90, Galaxy Eye's Photon Lord. The fact that he can negate is really cool. So yeah, definitely not underestimate this card whatsoever. And now for my 2 new additions. So first, shout outs to my friend Alex Harper for giving me this idea. But I'm running number 97, Dragublion. And the reason I'm running him now, because my friend Alex was telling me about a combo that you can do with him. So like, let's say you have a Link 2 monster and you go into this later on. You use his ability to summon out this monster. Number 100, Numeron Dragon. So this monster gains 1,000 attack points for every total combined ranks of all Xyz monsters currently on the field. And especially with MR5 coming around, this card basically gives you an instant OTK. So this card can get a really big body, and it's just, yeah, that's the only reason why I decided to try this combo out. So Dragublion and Numeron Dragon both have some really powerful synergy going on with them. So yeah, it gets nuts. It really does. So that's one of the things why I want to try this card out. So boom. Alright, so that's it for the extra deck. Now we're moving on to the side deck. Side deck is pretty standard, honestly. 3 Raw Sphere mode. This deck doesn't really commit too hard on its normal summon, so I'm never really worried about it. 3 Retaliating Sea, you know, it's mainly against the Shaddoll matchups, you know, like anytime a monster is summoned by the effect of a spell, you just sprain this on your opponent, and it becomes a Macrocosmos, so yeah, really nice. 3 Dark Ruler No More, you know, just to deal with combo heavy strategies with those big massive boards. Triple Twin Twisters, and last but not least, 3 copies of Evenly Matched. And that's generally it. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys again next time.